If you want kids off screens, one way to do that is to get them really into a good art project, and one that always gets their interest is paper mache. It's an engaging, longer activity, I would say, that can stretch over a few days, and you can get a really great result as well. Art instructor Laurie White is guiding us through. It's always great to see you.
Thank you.
I told Laurie somehow I escaped elementary school without a paper mache experience. Like, I feel a little deprived about that.
I don't think people are doing it anymore. They think it's too long. They think it's too messy.
Too messy.
Yeah, too messy, I think, is the number one.
That's what goes through my mind as a parent. So help crack the code. Why do you like paper mache as an art project for kids?
Okay, I have to tell you that I hadn't really done it before, like maybe a long time ago, and it was like the flour and the water and just so messy. But I just thought, I had seen some cool things, and I'm like, I've got to try this. And I'm just going to start off with the magic here, okay?
What's that?
This is called Elmer's Paper Mache Art Paste.
Oh.
So my friend told me about this. This makes this project the easiest, easy cleanup, funnest, greatest results ever.
Why is it so great?
It's not flour. It doesn't cake your, right?
Okay.
It's not flour.
Sticks in a different way.
It does. Look at this. Look at this wonderful goop.
It's more gelish than goopish.
It's gel, and so the kids don't mind it. There's a lot of kids who have sensory issues, and that flour, and like it makes, hardens on your hands, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
People don't like that,
More
right?
gelish than goopish. That's a line I never thought I'd say in my life, and I'm just going to say it on
So we have this
television.
magic gel, and it makes this project so much fun and so successful.
Okay, you mentioned though the changing face of paper mache. Would you say it's kind of having a renaissance? Because this little guy is stylish and cute.
He is so cute, and if you get on Pinterest and you do paper mache, there are the cutest things you've ever seen, and so there's endless inspiration. And I'm always, me, I'm always like, look at a children's book.
Yeah.
So obviously pull out like a jungle children's book, but look at paper mache, because you can see people are doing really fun things, really bold colors, very illustrator-like with their paper mache, and so I really think it is it's having a comeback.
Yeah.
But it's also, and people, how it's on the walls now. Like you go to Target and there's like the animals to hang on your wall.
Pottery barn.
Yeah, Pottery barn, right? All of them have they have felt, they have paper mache, they have baskets.
Yeah.
So this is a way to not only have fun, but like maybe this would be hanging on your wall. It's that cool.
I like too that it seems there's more than just color creativity at play, that kids can shape something and mold something. All right, so we have the, art paste?
Yeah, art paste, that's your number one tool. So can we talk materials and then steps? Is that okay? Okay, so we need art paste and just water. That's it. Now, this lasts forever.
Okay.
So when you're done, and I only put a little bit, but you can do this whole entire, I used it for art camp with 30 kids, and I had leftovers.
Okay.
After a week. I'm telling you, it's like it's a big thing.
Okay.
Okay, so we need art paste and water.
Yep.
But put it in a resealable thing and use it again. Okay, now, then we have to have, what are we gonna make our structure out of? Okay, so old-fashioned way is just newspaper rolled up. I tried the balloon and was trying to do the strips, and it was too hard for my kids. I created just balled up newspaper and tape. So we're gonna make a structure. So you're gonna need newspaper, cardboard.
Which newspaper is kind of a commodity
I know,
these days.
and so you could go to the craft store and just buy newsprint.
Oh.
So you can buy newsprint.
Good tip. I'm like,
you can use scrap paper.
Newspaper. That makes me sad around the house. But lightweight paper of some kind.
Paper, tape. You might want some cardboard for structure.
Okay.
Okay. Then white paper, and it's just the second layer, and then it just holds the paint better.
Gotcha.
So the white paper is the second step, and then you're going to need some paint, some tissue paper. Maybe you want glitter. Why not? You want glitter, paint pens, and then I know this is what. Once the kids do it and it's drippy and it's sticky, I just tie this in between like my fence posts or outside, and then I'm using paper clips, and I'm literally I'm doing this with the ear or the beak, and that's how I'm getting them to hang, because if you set them down, they might not dry evenly. So I'm just hanging twine somewhere in the backyard, and I'm using clothespins, and they just are hanging up.
This strengthens my campaign. I tell Mark all the time I want a clothesline in my backyard. My grandma had a clothesline. The smell of those fresh linens.
Paper
mache, man, it might tip him over the edge. All right, steps. Walk it through it.
So structure's the very first thing. So like I said, this is just newspaper, and then we want
a shark, or
this is the parent.
It's gonna be him.
So will you hold this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when you're taping on and gluing on, what you can do is you can make a little fold, and then you can, let's see, let me do the other guy. No, you're fine.
Am I not doing my job as assistant?
No, now I can't. It's like there's
no pressure. You've just got a few thousand friends.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
So if you bend it a little bit, it just gives you a really great place to put the tape. Okay. So will you hold that for just a second?
You bet.
Okay, so you're going to want to tape the front.
And this is where the kids, you can help them, obviously.
Yes, so some of my older kids were really good at this, and my little kiddos needed help.
Isn't that funny? I can see it being a personality thing, too. Like, my Emmy would be really good at, like, creatively constructing a shape. Yeah. My Boston would need some guidance in that direction.
And this is really important because in art, we have all these elements and principles of art. Form is 3D shape. This is really important to understand form. And it's really helpful to say, what parts are there? What shape is the wing? Yeah. How are you going to make it ear? What do you need to make it look like you want? And that's really important for them to develop that composition and learn about 3D form.
So it's a good skill.
That's a good thing, yeah. So that's kind of how you do just the newspaper one. Yeah. This is how the fish was made, and then adding a cardboard fin, right? See here. So this is how the fish was made.
This is your
two plates stuck together, okay? And then you add, and I taped those on. Now this guy,
look at this.
Okay? This is how you're gonna make the really cute cheetah that you're gonna see all over Instagram. So what I did was, it's just a plate, and then I just balled up newspaper for the nose and eyes and taped it. And I wanna show you the ear.
Okay.
Okay, this is how you do that ear. You probably already know this, but if you have a circle, you cut it, okay? And then you just fold it, and all of a sudden you have a three-dimensional ear.
That. Now I know. Okay.
Okay, and then you tape that on.
Cute.
Okay, so that's your first step, and it doesn't take that long, and the kids are really cute. Like, they're already thinking, oh, I'm gonna make this is what it's gonna look like. Like, oh, the kids were so cute. I'm gonna make it a koala. Yeah.
How do we goop it up?
Okay, you ready? So the very first step is your newsprint or newspaper, okay? Okay, I'm gonna get messy.
I'm ready.
I think we put my paper towels.
I'll get your paper towels. You start. You start.
Okay, so you're gonna take this structure. Now, in the past, I think you probably think like, I'm gonna dip these strips in here and then squeeze them off. This is what we found works better. Okay. Just, you know what?
Hands.
Yeah, hands. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and I'm gonna kind of get that goopy. Okay. And then my hands are still nice and goopy, and I'm just gonna spread it on here. Okay, and then I'm just going to start laying it on.
They're gonna love this sensory play too.
It's so fun, and then you're just pressing. And what's so cool is that this gel just makes it, you get in all the edges. And so like right here, I'm gonna push, my hands are total full of goop, right? And then I can just go like this. And that's how you can get over all the forms. And then you're gonna end up with this.
We let him dry.
Yeah, so he needs to dry like overnight, or if it's really hot, I don't know, maybe 4 hours on a clothespin, you know, sun. But we want him to be super dry, okay? So that's what he's gonna look like. Then you are gonna take white, because the white is just gonna give us such a better surface. We want 2 layers and a better surface for paint. So same thing, you're just gonna dip your hands in there.
And cover them up.
Yeah, and I just wanna kinda go around the contours here.
We've got a quick minute left.
Okay.
What paint are you using?
Okay, you can use,
there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
You can use tempera. Okay, this is tempera, which is very washable for kids. And it works great, and they can do great stuff with it. And then you can kind of embellish with paint markers.
How fun.
If you see the details on our little guy over
like
here.
The beak.
Yeah, paint markers are my very favorite tool now with kids. So you can get such better details and control with a paint marker. And so you want to use maybe some tempera. You can even get out the acrylics if you dare, wear an apron. And then you can get out your markers. And then I think the funnest part, of course, like if you think of a piñata, right, it's the tissue. So the trick is you fold the tissue, and then you take your scissors.
For a little fringe?
Yes, and then you just cut partially up for your little fringe. And the glue is enough that it'll go through the layers. So you just glue, you know, press it down.
There's a lot
And then, of course, glitter.
Always. Yeah. There's a lot to love about this project. All of the different mediums, from the glitter to the tissue to the paper. You talked about the skill of, you know, creating that 3D form. Yeah. Also, just the creative options, I think, are fun. It stretches out over days.
It does, and the creativity, like with the color, once they come back, they come back the next day and they're like, oh my gosh,
look what
you know,
I
and
made.
it's dry, and then they cannot wait. And that's where I saw so much creativity. And I'm gonna poke scissors, and I'm gonna stick pipe cleaners. And that's where they really, you know, express their creativity.
Laurie, you are so great at this, and you help and coach other families and kids to create in their own way. How can we connect with you?
GreatArtistProgram.com has all sorts of resources. Art and Lit's great for the summer. We also have a homeschool subscription for art lessons all through the summer.
Nice.
So, yeah, look
great
us out.
Grandma projects on there too for an afternoon at her table. Thank you so much.
Thank you.